Okay, folks. This is the second time. No, this is the third time that I've had to film this video. Alright? My laptop... No, not even the laptop. Fuck that. Microsoft, or Windows Movie Maker, rather, is having a couple issues with my webcam right now. Not big issues, just like little tiny once-over type things. They're probably never going to happen again, but that I just really don't want to deal with right now. And the quick capture feature is just flat out not working on YouTube for me right now. It's doing that thing where you hit record and it goes, connecting the server, blah, 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 and it stays there for fucking ever. So yeah, this is a video response. Yeah, it's done on the real camera. No, there's not going to be any editing. Yeah, this is going to run a little bit long. It's just a big, long rant. Okay? Here's what this rant is about. Chris Crocker. I did not want to talk about Chris Crocker. I saw the video when it first came out, and I thought it was stupid. And I thought the response to it, the overwhelming response to it, was stupid. But no. Here we are, I guess like 2 or 3 weeks after the video, and people are still fucking talking about this shit. Alright? I can't take it. I can't take it. First of all, I've been watching these people's opinions on the matter, and I am noticing a trend. I'm getting one of 3 vibes from every single fucking video. Everybody seems to believe one of 3 things. Alright? And those 3 things are this. Okay? A. Chris Crocker is stupid. He's retarded. It's a stupid video. You're stupid. Why are you being like, oh, Britney Spears? Why are you getting so excited? And it's just Britney Spears. What the fuck, guy? Alright? Second type of video are ones refuting what they see to be the problem and going, no, fucking leave Chris Crocker alone. He is standing up for what he believes in, damn it. He's standing up for his idol, and I think you guys should just leave him alone. Sorry, Raven. No. Third thing has nothing to do with the fucking Britney Spears video. Or very little to do in most cases. The third thing is that people get all worked up because of Chris Crocker's recent massive orgasm of popularity. And he is just he's spooged up the subscription charts like a cum shot from hell. Okay? And they're angry about this because they think that the only reason he's popular is the same sort of reason that Gay God and Matthew Lush are popular. Because they drip. They just exude from every pore of their body homosexuality. And that's chic right now. Now, before you go calling me a homophobic, for all the people that don't already know this, I am not homophobic in any way, shape, or form. I am a big supporter of gay rights. I am bisexual myself. So shut the fuck up. Now, I don't think any of these 3 points are really valid alone. Alright? I think bits and pieces of each are valid, but only when you combine those bits and pieces together to make one giant megazord of these 3 videos. Like, each one of these little bits and pieces of the other 3 videos are like the little Zords from Power Rangers, and they're really shitty and they can do nothing all by themselves, and they have to combine to make Megazord to actually do anything, okay? Like that. If you never watched Power Rangers as a kid, I can't fucking help you. That analogy's just not gonna make any sense. I think, personally, I just feel like I have to get this out there because I have yet to find much of anybody else who has expressed this opinion. I think that Chris Crocker... We'll speak on his gay status first. I don't know how many of you have watched Eddie Izzard. I can't remember if this is in Circle or Dressed to Kill, but it's in one of them, where Eddie Izzard, who is an English transvestite stand-up comedian, makes the distinction between executive transvestite and fucking weirdo transvestite, okay? And the distinction is basically this. Eddie Izzard, executive transvestite. Buffalo Bill from the movie Silence of the Lambs, fucking weirdo transvestite, okay? Now that is a very important distinction, and it is a distinction that I here would like to carry over to the homosexual community. Matthew Lush and Gay God, executive gays. A little over the top, flamboyant, drive it into your skull gay, but still executive transvestite. Chris Crocker, fucking weirdo gay guy, okay? I meant gay guy, not transvestite. You know that. I misspoke. Moving on. I respect Chris Crocker's trying to stand up for one of his idols and stand up for what he believes in, especially when what he believes in is unpopular at the moment. Alright? I respect that. However, allow me to use yet another analogy here, for that is what good writers do. YouTube is kind of like a public place. It's on the internet. It is a public place. It is somewhat of a society, in the sense that there are societal norms. There are basic rules that you have to follow to stay in the society, right? When you go out into a public place, when you go to the mall, out in the street, to a park, okay, there are certain social norms that you are expected to conform with, okay? Some of these social norms are absolutely fucking ridiculous and politically correct beyond all logic, and are just silly. Like saying African American instead of black, okay? Silly. Silly, extravagant, superfluous, etc. But there are some really, really basic rules that really you shouldn't break because they're there for a good reason. For example, having sex on a median strip. Okay? Having sex anywhere in a really public place where a lot of people are going to see. I understand it may be a turn-on, and I understand that there's absolutely nothing wrong with having sex. But very few people, except those with a voyeur fetish, want to see you having sex. Okay? If you want to do it in any room of your house, if you want to do it on your fucking deck, if you want to go out and do it in your yard, that's your property, I don't give a shit. Okay? I'll look the other way. But don't go and do it in a public place. Alright? It's kind of like if I'm in a little confined room with a non-smoker. Alright? I understand that I shouldn't be smoking in there. Because it's not nice. Okay? When you get into a bigger room and the non-smoker can go elsewhere, that's a different story, but I'm getting distracted. Getting off on a tangent there. social norms. That's where I was. So, if Chris Crocker had come on to YouTube and just been like, you know, hey, I think you should leave Britney alone for A, B, and C, in, you know, calm, composed self, or even if he had gotten a little upset partway through the video or something like that, I'd be fine with that, and I'd be all with that crowd of, he's just expressing his opinion and he's defending somebody. I'd be all with them, despite the fact that I don't necessarily agree with what he's defending, okay? But that's not what he did, okay? He was sobbing from before the moment the camera started recording to probably after the camera cut. That's a little bit of an overreaction, Chris. Tiny bit. That's breaking one of those social norms that you really shouldn't break. Do you realize the gravity of the fact that you had to convince a great number of people that you weren't acting? They weren't expressing a supposition of perhaps he was acting. They had just flat out assumed by the extravagance of your showmanship that you were acting. That's a warning sign that you're doing something wrong, okay? That ain't good. Excuse me. That's not good. If you're acting so extravagantly, going back to the public place thing, if you're acting so extravagantly out on the street that somebody thinks that you are an art student or a street performer doing a project, that is one of those warning signs that says, stop! Stop! You broke something? You can't fix it. Go away! Okay? You should have waited until you were no longer crying, composed yourself, as I said before, and just gave us your opinion. Then I would have been all in support of you. But you didn't. You, for whatever reason, for getting attention, for showmanship, for simply the fact that you didn't think to wait until you calmed down, you made the video while freaking the fuck out and going, oh, leave Britney alone. And now, you don't have a community where some people respect you, some people hate you, and some people are indifferent to you. You have a community where some people are fiercely loyal to you, and the rest of the community thinks that you're an ass. Okay? I've seen other YouTube celebrities put out videos along those lines where they freaked out. Okay? They regretted them later, and they took them the fuck down. Because they understood that they were not acting like an adult, and therefore should not have put that out there in the community, so they removed it. Alright? You haven't even done that. You're acting like a child. That is why I don't respect you. Not because of who you were defending. Not because you were expressing an opinion different from mine. It's because you were acting like a 6-year-old. Why don't you understand that?